Okay, yesterday we started working on the goal of learning all of the Spanish numbers 0 through 100. And two things we noticed that will make it easier for us to do this. One thing is that when you get up to 16, the numbers are going to start having and in them, and it will be two smaller numbers that you might already know. So, like the number 16, it breaks down into three syllables: diez y seis. And diez is 10, y means and seis is 6. So instead of saying 16, you're saying 10 and 6. Diez y seis. Diez y seis. Works the same way in the 20s and the 30s. When we start getting to the 30s, we spell it with a Y. We spell the E with a Y, which is the regular way to spell and. So in Spanish, so we've got treinta y uno, 30 and 1. Treinta y uno. Now today, I want you to think about a different strategy that you can use that's going to help you to remember even more of these numbers. What we're going to do is, just like when we looked at gratitude and gracias, there are a lot of words in Spanish that have share a common root with an English word. And so when you look at Spanish words, a lot of times you can think of another word in English that is spelled kind of the same and means something a little bit similar. It's probably not going to be exactly the same, but you're looking for something that is similar enough that you will be able, it will help you to remember. And in math, we use this little squiggle symbol over the equal sign to show that something is similar, even if it's not exactly the same. So when I think about that Spanish word for two, dos sounds kind of like do-si-do. And if you've ever seen square dancing before, then you know do-si-do is a dance move that it takes two people to do. And I'll show you real quick just what that looks like. These people are not actually dancing, they're juggling, but they're moving around in the do-si-do pattern. You can see two people, and they're going towards each other, and then they're turning their backs to each other and going back where they started, and that's called do-si-do. And do-si-do is a two-person move. So if I didn't already know that Spanish word dos, I could remember do-si-do. Trace starts with TR, and that reminds me a little bit of the word that we have, triangle. And triangle is similar to trace because triangle means that the shape has three sides, and trace means three. What I want you to do with the person next to you very quietly is go through your list that you have here. And on the paper, there are certain words that have a little star next to them. Those are the ones that you really do have to memorize. And I want you to look at those words and see if they remind you of any English words. And if there's something similar about the meaning that will help you to remember. You're going to write next to those words that have the star on them an English word that it might be similar to.